Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah.
At least now he has 2 goals.
Yeah.
That might actually grow into his nerves and give the confidence that he has been looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe moving forward now he can be the Sesko that we have seen elsewhere.
And you remember that even Arsenal has been playing, and one Declan Rice has scored against this former team. That's a penalty.
But I told you that their quality that Arsenal currently has does not go without scoring goals.
Yeah.
At the moment it fails to score goals, you know that something else is happening, and that maybe they are playing again a force that they cannot match. Maybe. And I'm really emphasizing on that, that the only team that can stop maybe Arsenal currently as it is, PSG.
PSG. Manchester United will stop Arsenal.
No, it's not far from us getting answers.
So the penalty was not given, eh?
It wasn't.
I think Xhaka is complaining that he thought it would be a penalty, and then it's just a throw-in.
No, Sesko did not touch the player, though the foot was somehow high.
It was high. It was a high boot.
Yes, but he did not touch the player.
But what I will tell you is that there's some 2 shots Sene Lamens has faced. And
he's a good goalkeeper. He's actually answering you, giving you answers of questions that you have been asking. Given to how he has played for the past 45, 50 plus 1 minute. I think he's a goalkeeper that is worthy to be.
They've scored or not?
No. Off the target.
Off the target.
Yes.
This guy has been brought to Adingra has been substituted because the Sunderland side wanted a back 5.
They needed,
on the 36th minute, they substituted Adingra, and Adingra had 100% pass accuracy. And if they don't explain to him what you are saying, that they are sacrificing him so that they can solidify their defense, then they might
work against him. Because remember, it's a player whom they depend on when it comes to pressing, and also the creativity in that particular midfield. He need to get the answers as per why he was sacrificed. So as you say, it's quite understandable that Manchester United has been piling pressure on Sunderland. They needed actually to change the formation and see if they can stop that kind of advancement that Manchester was making into their danger area. And if Adingra was one of the solution, so it be, because it's rather you mend the team as early as now, so as you can look maybe the last 45 minutes if you can come back into the game, other than letting it to be damaged to beyond repair moving forward.
So when you look at this United side, you can see the way the top positives is that Sesko has scored 2 goals in 2 games. That builds his confidence. And for the first time, it seems that Amorim is scared of his job, losing his job, that he's decided to put a practical team and sacrifice Cunha on the bench. And he's actually very agitated on the sideline.
You know, it is not all about even Amorim alone, who is so scared in that particular team. I think he has been given a leeway of bringing in so many players who and again sees him like their godfather. Because if Amorim happens to leave that particular team, even them, their career will be operating at a certain precarious kind of element. Because remember, if a new tactician comes in, he will and again come in with a different philosophy, which might not be working for the players that Amorim has roped into the team. So as to the player to just work hard for Amorim, if they want to move on and work in that particular kind of spaces that Amorim has brought into. And that's why you will see the likes of Mbeumo fighting hard as they can, at least to make sure that Amorim is happy. And the kind of, if I may say, shot on target that Manchester United has actually done for the first 45 minutes. I was telling you, I'm quite impressed by how Manchester today has been playing. They are so aggressive. They are moving ball up front with purpose. And anytime they reach that particular danger area, their intention is to hit the target, which and again has resulted into them getting those 2 goals. Because remember, you keep on asking questions, answers will come. But if you remain mum and maybe you bring your game into the midfield, no one actually will remember you for playing beautiful soccer, but people will still remember you for winning a game. So Manchester United, regardless of whatever they are doing currently, you go to shot on target. They are tried so much, there are so many shot on targets compared to Sunderland, and their intention and their purpose and the quality up front is really working for them. And at some point, I remember even telling you that now, moving forward, Acuna is living dangerously. he might continue actually warming that particular bench, because we have seen the partnership of Amadi Diallo when he travels up from wing back, and Mbeumo is working very well.
Yeah.
At any given time, we see that's the area that is actually cooking the dangerous crosses or dangerous spaces for Manchester United. If those two players actually fails to partner very well in that particular area, nowhere Manchester United is showing some elements of getting cross into the box other than the area where Amad Diallo and Mbeumo are operating from.
The question about Mason Mount is very interesting, because Mason Mount understands the 3-4-3 system which Amorim plays, and he's the only player who played it in Chelsea before.
Yes.
And the ability and adaptability for him in this game can be seen, and that's why he scored the first goal.
Yes.
Because he is at the right place and he can hold up the ball very well and bring out Chesko into the game.
True.
Is it the reason why he's being played ahead of Cunha, who would have always looked for a goal for himself?
Fair enough, and we have seen it actually happening. Let me tell you, as in how he resulted to a tackle, is a player who thinks very fast. One, he's not so mean on ball as we put it. Unlike Cunha, I tell you for free, if Cunha was the one who was in that particular ball, he wouldn't have thought of maybe giving it out. The first thing he thinks of is that shooting, because remember, he was hired into pumping goals, and where he came from playing as a number 10, he would actually
score more goals.
Yeah, as an assist, the number 9. So he's frustrated of not scoring. The likes of Mason Mount, I think he has been tested and he's understandable on how he plays. He doesn't necessarily actually go ahead and every time think about giving in or scoring goals. Even in whatever prime spaces he's in, he will still look at who is any other person who is in a better place than me who can put in the goal. And we have seen him on ball. He does not necessarily play as if he's the only person to score. He's always thinking. And I think right now as it is, even Benjamin Sesko is happy, because him playing behind Benjamin Sesko, you can see him getting a ball. If he's in a position to shoot, he's shooting. If he's in a position of shooting, he's looking where Benjamin Sesko is and gives out that ball. And in that particular environment partnership, him and Mbeumo playing behind Benjamin Sesko, and they are so not that mean. Sesko now start enjoying getting balls, and now he starts showing his element of a typical classic number 9 that Manchester United is looking for. You get those balls, you get those questions, you start giving answers that your fans are asking for. You give answers that your coach has been ask you to go and perform in that particular field. And if it continues like that, the confidence of Benjamin Sesko will literally start growing in. Because remember, no any other number 9 across the world will enjoy playing games without scoring. Now that he has got 2 goals on his cards, I think his confidence will start now coming back, and we will see the Sesko that we have been looking forward for.
So away from the United game, the Arsenal game is very interesting. And one of the most interesting things is that Eberechi Eze, the number 10 for Arsenal, has been the player with the most, has gone without scoring goals in the Premier League this season, 17 and counting. 13 before today and 4 in this game that includes playing for Crystal Palace, not just Arsenal.
Yes.
What do you think? He gives...
I think what they like about Eze and what Arteta might have brought in Eze for is bound actually to be seen starting from today. Those are kind of a question we ask when we saw him being slotted into the midfield. One, he is creative, yes, he can carry ball, he can tackle on take on any given defender, but and again, he's also a ball carrier at some element. His creativity in that particular midfield actually can really torment any other team that Arsenal is facing. So him playing actually as the second line of defense, just shielding up the first line of defense, it also giving in a different angle of utilizing such kind of a player who is so much physique, well built, and he can offer in the service that you like. Because remember me asking a question of how dare do you play Eze just immediately after defense.
Yeah.
But now you look at how Arteta is wanting to use him. Maybe the physique ability that he has is what he wants to utilize him just after Gabriel and Saliba. And also the ball carrying ability that he has, in that if you carry that ball, he can break up very fast. Unlike Declan Rice. Declan Rice is slow in breaking up. Once he gets some balls, he like actually slowing the game down, takes those rotation, and maybe he can as well as give a killer long ball passes. But for Eze, is somebody who can dribble, take that ball and dribble to the spaces that are required before he offer a killer pass. And that's a player that I think Arteta want to utilize him that way. It's not necessarily scoring goals. If you can contribute to goals, if you can destroy team and ensure that other players comes in to score goals for you, provided they are culminating from you, then you are bringing in value. It's not all about that you go ahead and score goals, but what value are you bringing in as a player?
And I think today, what you said, Sedo, is true, because Arteta has been very brave today for him to start Odegaard and start Eze, because people have said that Arteta for the last 2 or 3 games he's played with the handbrake on. And today he's released the handbrake. And what is my worry in this Arsenal side is basically the fact that Martin Odegaard has not been injury-free for a very long time.
True.
If you see the last game he played, he came off injured in the first half of the season versus Leeds in 38 minutes. 18 minutes against Forest, he was injured. He was off. And 30 minutes today, he's off.
I think literally there may be rushing him through he get heals properly, because I don't necessarily see why they are in a hurry to play Martin Odegaard, given the qualities that they have even on their bench.
Yeah,
they can as well as allow him to heal properly before he come back to it. Rushing in a player simply because you just want him on the pitch, even if he wants by himself, you need necessarily just to give him time. What danger will it take if Odegaard have to stay out, maybe let me say for 3 or so months? Because Arsenal has got right now options on the bench, and that's why they keep on referring to us depth. If Odegaard does not play, does not mean that Arsenal will run out of option to play in that particular midfield. I necessarily think that either it's him who is faking the healing process by telling that he's maybe fit, putting in all that brave faces maybe in the training to impress the coach so that the coach can really put him on the starting lineup. Sometimes it's all about you player. No matter what the doctor says, if you put on a brave face and you impress the coach in your training ground that you are fit enough actually to honor a game, coach will still give you a number. But now if it comes to the real magnitude that is not comparable to the training ground, is where now you start facing the pain. And that's what might be happening with the likes of Odegaard. He needs just to be truth to himself. Speak out to his body. This is his body. Let him heal properly. Quality will not fade away. You are playing for a team that has got quality. When you come back and you are fit enough, you will fight for your space. And remember, he's a talented player. Odegaard back then when he was playing for Real Madrid is only that he was gotten frustrated. And I think when he crossed on to Arsenal, the playing time that he has gotten in Arsenal has given him the value that he needs. He's not the same Odegaard that we could watch at the Real Madrid. And that tells you his work rate, even if he stay away for 3 months and come back, the energy that he puts in can still give him the number that he deserved in a particular team. I don't need to see him being rushed in back simply because he just want to put on the tag and wear the Arsenal badge and maybe impress fans, and yet his life is suffering. Remember, a recurrence of such kind of injury can actually grow to a fatal, maybe a lifetime kind of or a permanent injury for your career, and it entirely damages your career. We have seen players who retires at a tender age of 28, some even as early as 26, simply because of those recurring injuries.
Now, when we talk about Odegaard has been substituted 30th minute today, and I said he was substituted against Leeds 38 and also against Forest 18 minutes.
Yes.
Now, the replacement is none other but Martin Zubamendi. Remember that Martin Zubamendi is Spain central midfielder who is in the national team.
Yes.
In that midfield also has Mikel Merino. Yeah, Mikel is also on the bench.
Yes.
So when you bring in Zubamendi, does it mean that Zubamendi will come to the holding position,
and then Eze
advances to the 10th position?
Yes.
So will Eze now have the opportunity he requires to create and to carry is a ball carrier, to carry the ball and feed their striker?
Now that's the value of having a quality, and you have just put it right. Eze started actually in murky waters, where he does not trade in very well. But now the disguises of the Odegaard injury that has placed to him is to make him now play in his rightful position. So as if Zubamendi comes in, he will just come in as a defensive midfielder that we have associated him back then in Spain.
Yeah.
And Eze will have to advance his agenda as a typical number 10,
yeah.
offering the required offensive services that is actually needed to the likes of Gyökeres. And by so doing, if Saka from the flank are playing with all the urgency that we have seen him bringing in, and Eze at the middle just behind the Gyökeres, and the Gyökeres becomes aggressive a bit, Arsenal is bound still to get results. I don't necessarily see Arsenal currently as it is. The backbone of that team is not shakeable. You shake it, you are shaking it by yourself. And I think where Arteta is just smiling. The only thing that he's worried of is him not winning any trophy. Because you cannot have all those many qualities, options and everything. Answers are on your fingertips, but you are not producing result. Remember, and I keep on saying this, a league of marathon, a league is a game of marathon. You cannot necessarily bank on. Let them not really necessarily bank each and everything on the league, but they need to be so tactical in each and every game they approach. Like what he has done today, I think that's a tactical approach. You start by Eze, and maybe that might be answering our answering our question. He might have played Odegaard knowingly. Why did he start Eze in uncharted areas? Then thereafter, withdrawing the legs of Odegaard, he now switches him to the rightful point. Maybe he knew very well, though you have insisted you want to play as a player, and I love you, I will give you an option to play, but at a certain point you won't manage. I will be bringing in somebody just to fit in well in that particular position.
Now, back to United game, there's a very good player I need you to have talked about, and we have not talked about him. The goalkeeper for Sunderland is called Rolfs. Unbelievable save from that guy. When Bruno tried to curl that ball, it was fantastically chipped. But I can tell you he's done 2 or 3 saves, which are very good. Is he a fantastic keeper or not?
He is, the qualities of keeper actually is exposed. It's seen when he's being in danger of exposed by the defender. And we have seen Sunderland actually defense exposing its goalkeeper for oftenly, which and again him has been rising to occasion to still put the team back into the game. Because remember, if at all those that we have mentioned could have been hitting the back of the net, the game would have been over by now. Talking of maybe first half with 4 goals, soaked in 4 goals, is no longer a game again for a team to come back. But as you have said, that was a world-class kind of save. Trying to drive that ball to a 90 by Bruno, which and again the goalkeeper saw it actually coming in and he could stretch as much as he can to put that goal outside off the post. It tells you a keeper who knows what he was doing. It's only about the back line to start communicating. And I remember even after Sunderland conceding their second goal, you could see some kind of pull and push among the defensive line. They were not so happy, and they were talking to each other as if something was not really working. The likes of Mukiele, who and again rose up high, but he could not take that ball away from the danger area. Everyone was up to him. It tells you that defense is not actually in tandem. They need to start communicating to each other and ensure that they quell all the dangers that Manchester United are trying to drive in. They are soaking in that pressure, and that pressure is culminating to something dangerous, which are goals back into their goals.
I think you've captured it very well. We are underway in the second half, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers, listeners out there. Please follow us on all our social media spaces: SpiceFM Facebook, SpiceFM Twitter, SpiceFM on our website. You can find us there. We are live. I'm with Cedric Musumba, of course, the man who supports Real Madrid, and Ingwe. And of course, in the studio, I'm with my super DJ Charms, the Black Gypsy. So we are giving you, and remember, the biggest team in the world, I always tell you, is Manchester United. If you come from Midlands, you know it's top shotter. Do you know what I'm talking about? Top shotter, Team Ninjamo, top shotter, Ngumi ni Mbwekse. Do you know that English, Sheng?
No.
Top shotter.
No, I'll be lying to myself.
You don't know top shotter?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Sasa we just do top shotter. Top shotter now top here. Shotter. Top shotter.
What does it mean?
Manchester ni Mbwekse. Mabao ni Mbwekse. Yeah?
For today.
Yeah, today. Bao ni Mbwekze.
No, today they're playing good soccer.
Yeah.
They had started aggressively.
Yeah.
Even the second half had just started, and you can see they're playing high line. And the beauty of back three.
Yeah.
If back three can work for you, and I think what Amorim has trying to do, I think Manchester United is the age of Fergie. They used actually to press high.
Yeah.
And what that the kind of a style that Amorim has been struggling to bring back.
Yeah.
It's only that it hasn't worked for him. For today, you ask me if it goes by how Manchester United is playing today moving forward, he would have gotten it right. Because they are playing high, they are pressing high, and when they break, even when you try to attack them and they break, you see that break with a purpose. Even you at some point you are like, that should be a goal. Because how they break, how they move that ball around. If Ahmadi is actually opening up front, trying to open the field very wide, and dropping that ball at the center, trying to look for the likes of Mason Mount. Mbeumo drops also the middle, and then Benjamin Sesko positioned himself well. They are playing good soccer today. They deserve to win.
And before we continue watching and I usher in the Super DJ, let me give a shout out to people who are listening to us, the people who have joined us on our Facebook. Please join us on our Facebook, Twitter, and all our social spaces at SpiceFM. Just check SpiceFM Facebook. Check us out on our Twitter. Check us out on Instagram and on our TikTok pages. You'll find us live with Sedo there. But let me give a shout out first of all to Manchester United fan Kevin Masangara, wherever you are.
Do you only Masangara?
Yes. Ngumi ni Mbwekse, bao ni Mbwekse, team ni Njamo. That's what we say. Top shotter. And then let me go to the people who are with us. Resta Rathati Rastagal, you're saying pamoja sana, so Mbwekse, as we say. And then, of course, there's a couple of guys, Honorable Philemon Adungo Ekasiba, Eric Nyakwara, Marilyn Otieno, we see you. Edu Mwiti, we see you. Dixon Okelo, we see you. Anthony the Dad, we see you. Chesaina Clinton, Eric Kenani Momanyi, Presenter DK, Martin Kovets KE, Dixon Omolo, Paul Gasheru, Spata KE, Colin Some, Jackson Jaika, Baba Sumta, we see you. Kevin Orinda, and of course, we see you. Bagedegade Jimmy. We see you, gentlemen. You're doing a fantastic job. You're following us, and you're also giving your comments on our social spaces, and we really appreciate that you are there. Continue going there and talking to us, and we will, of course, talk back to you and also see what your predictions are. And of course, Johanna Michael Angenye, Rachel Blessed, Asante Sana, Adam Omanyo, Sanemane, Anthony Daihad, Prezo Mtahi, and Dixon Kebaki, Keith Aziel Wanyonyi, and Duncan Nyandoro. We see you. Thanks for joining, and keep joining us on our social media spaces. Of course, it's a Spice Pitchside with me, CEO Charles Otieno, and Cedric Msumba, and of course, my other colleague is none other but Rogers Eshitemi. Now it's the time for Super DJ Chams, the Black Gypsy man, to give us the best mix of music. Keep listening. It's a Pitchside with you.